What is going on, everybody? Judd Burden here from Asphalt Kingdom. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. We're always trying to push out content to help you spread your wings and succeed further. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure to also click that ringy bell that allows you to get notifications when we push out content. We wouldn't want you missing things that can help you grow your business. Today's topic is, do you use role-playing in your company to help enhance customer experience as well as conversion results that allow you to win even more? Okay, so role-playing is a huge thing in any company, not only on the sales side, but customer service side as well. What you want to make sure of is you have a partner that you can role play with, not just one partner, but many partners. So essentially you can reach out with questions to your partner, and you can present different challenging questions that ultimately allow the other person to create a rebuttal that's smooth, effective, and tuned. You know, Anthony Hopkins, after all, he practiced the script 100 times before it actually came to light and fruition. So make sure that your training is constantly being pushed, and make sure that you either hire somebody to help you with the role playing, and then you can essentially lay that out with your teams. But whether you're in customer service, whether you're in sales, whether you're a business owner, you should be training every single day to do your role playing that enhances that customer experience as well as conversion rates. A few things to cover in the role playing side of things, which is really important for you to know, is that, you know, role playing, when you're going back and forth with somebody and, you know, you're not shocked when a question's asked to you and you know the answer already because you've already practiced it so many times. What it does is it builds confidence, right? You encounter scenarios that are not something for the first time. You're encountering scenarios that have happened multiple times, and you therefore have a polished and tuned rebuttal or answer, leading to a closer point in the sales funnel that will close to conversion. The other thing too is that role playing allows you to really develop listening skills, so that you can ultimately, as somebody else is asking you the questions, you can sit and listen as the person in your company, and you can wait to respond. And those listening skills really allow you to get kind of that those nonverbal clues as well. So if you're in person with somebody, you can kind of see the way that they're acting, whether they're turning away from you, whether they're actually engaging. And so that really allows you to develop some good listening skills and watching skills. Creative problem solving is another thing. So no matter, you know, how outlandish a situation you create in a controlled environment, generally something even more bizarre is bound to happen on the job, let's say. So role playing will at least give your team the chance to get some experience in handling difficult situations and in developing creative problem solving skills. And, you know, as you start this role playing process, you want to make sure that you have a notepad with you, so that you can definitely mark down notes or things that are taking place as you're going through this role playing. A lot of people actually start role playing in front of a mirror with themselves, and they just, you know, being able to posture up and be professional and, you know, communicate with yourself on an outbound pitch perspective. And then you would respond to yourself, have your own rebuttals. It's almost like speaking to yourself. Then you can move into role playing with other people. But yeah, a notepad's definitely something you should have when you're starting out your role playing. You want to actually use locations. So an example would be, if you're in the asphalt maintenance industry, you would want to do some of this role playing out in a parking lot. Let's say after a proposal has been given to your client, you can actually be out in the parking lot going over the work that you're going to be doing and explaining that and waiting for the rebuttals to come in. So cool thing with the role play is it can be different parts of the sales process. It could be on the original outreach when you're going to qualify that lead from a prospect. And then once they're a lead, there's the next step, which is converting to a customer. Once they're a customer, you should also be role playing to service and give that experience at the highest level. So make sure to put yourself in those locations, in those environments, whether it's in a warehouse, a parking lot, in a boardroom, in an executive office. Put yourself in those environments to really not just role play in the verbal communication, but actually that physical energy that surrounds you. Another thing that we really recommend is that you have a video camera or use your phone and just have it on a little tripod on the desk. And what you can do is videotape your role play. Videotaping the participants that are involved in the role playing scenarios is a really valuable teaching tool for other people that might be onboarding onto your company. It's quite powerful. It also allows them to, it also allows them to practice by watching, and then you start to engage new people into that role play at a later time. The real world scenarios that we might be in are really, really important. So, this is perhaps one of the easiest forms of the role play because, you can execute a real world scenario with somebody else, that customer, that client, that prospect, that lead, and you're essentially reviewing and dissecting that personality profile, and make sure that you're listing those objectives that might be coming out. With your trainee that's working on that too, you want to make sure that you're setting a goal for the end of the call prior to starting that real world scenario, right? So let's say that our goal is to get the signature on the proposal that was delivered. That is the goal, getting the ink on the paper. Now we're here, we want to get there. What are we doing in order to get there? And are we in truly a real world scenario? One of the things too is that a lot of people within your company will ask questions based upon the experience they have within your company. So it can be a little bit diluted, if you know what I mean. Whereas if you hire a consultant or an actor, let's say, that doesn't know anything about your business, but you're basically creating the persona or the persona and personality type, which would be, let's say, they are a person responsible for a commercial plaza. There's, a hairdressing place, a barber, there's a Walmart in this commercial plaza, or, a Publix grocery store. And what we're going to do is determine that the person we're dealing with is more of an introverted person. They want to deal more with numbers and detail, whereas an extroverted person would just be more like, tell me how much I save and how soon can I get this done and how's it going to look after it's done, So make sure you're hiring people to help you to ultimately win with your role playing, so that you can really get your team tuned into providing excellent customer experience, as well as, of course, closing more deals for your company. So if you're not role playing, strongly recommend that you start role playing today, not tomorrow. It's an important part of the tuning. There's so many different important parts and variables attached to building a successful business. Let me tell you from experience, role playing to enhance the customer experience and conversion is so crucially important. If you have any questions regarding role playing or anything at all, feel free to just comment below. Make sure to like this video, please. And don't forget, you can share this out on social media as well. Hopefully people find this very helpful. Remember, now's the time to punch that subscribe button, click that ringing bell for notifications, and thank you so much for taking the time to tune in to the Asphalt Kingdom channel. We appreciate you very, very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Keep winning.